giving him a listening ear. Okay, so listening is one of the very important skills, and the more we try to listen, the whole backbone in Bhagavatam, CC, Chaitanya Charitamrita again and again. Jayo Shota Gana Shuna Kariye Kaman, Krishna again and again. Tashrunu, several times. So therefore, listening is very important for us. Individually, we will make a lot of progress. We will grow in our life. Listening is not just a devotee care skill; it's a life skill actually. It will help us everywhere in life, whether in material life, whether in spiritual life, everywhere. Listening is one very important skill. So therefore, more, the better the listener, the better our life will be, the better our leadership skills will be, the better caring person we shall become, and so on, so forth. So apart from listening, there are few. I'll touch upon four more important skills. So which section we are doing out of the four? We are talking of who is responsible. Who means the leaders in whatever leader's role all of you are in. We all are responsible to develop and learn certain skill set to care for devotees, basically. So, uh, four more core skills which are important. We have touched upon some of them in the course of our discussion. The first and the foremost is respecting confidentiality. Respecting confidentiality. So, uh, because if someone reveals their struggle and come to know that it has become public, that hurts. Already Parvati Prabhu shared that one of the incident. There is another case study. Again, I'm whatever I'm sharing is all real life case studies shared by different devotees. There was one brahmachari. He had a problem of bed wetting. What is that? He used to pass urine in the bed somehow. It would happen. It is one of the probably one of the diseases, something like that. So he was quite he was feeling very dejected. And he revealed to another brahmachari who was senior to him. He said, I have this problem. And that brahmachari started laughing. Said, "ये बच्चा है क्या तुम बच्चा है क्या ये बच्चे वाले काम ऐसे बच्चे करते हैं kind of he could not and he told in the ashram so many other people and this person became so frustrated he was already feeling guilty he actually left the ashram never returned back actual case study. So we may not be sometime rather than empathizing and helping him consult somebody doctor. Just that this person just took it lightly and made somewhat fun of him and told many devotees also, and it caused that person to leave. So respecting confidentiality is very important. Only in certain case you may break the confidentiality. So only in certain very rare cases. What could that be? For the benefit. What kind of benefits? Spiritual benefit, yes, Parijatam. Life threatening, primarily. If someone says, Prabhu, मैंने रस्सी रखा हुआ है एकदम टेस्ट वेस्ट करके एकदम हाँ? हाँ? किसी को बताना मत बस मैं आपको अलविदा बोलने आया हूँ आपको हरे कृष्णा बोलने आया हूँ कल सुबह मेरे को और कोई देखेगा नहीं लास्ट में आपसे मिलना इत्यादि. If someone reveal that he or she is going to end their life, then you may not keep that confidential. Then you may have to reveal that in order to help that person out. So only in such extreme cases where a person's life is threatened, one may break the confidentiality with the desire to help the person. Otherwise, one should keep it confidential. It is not easy. It said confidentiality only can be maintained within 4 years. As soon as it touches the fifth year, confidentiality is lost. Because sometime it happens है मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ मेरे को बताया है confidential रखना. Only that is lost. Only it can't be maintained like that. Sometime We reveal it to even to. I was discussing with one Prabhupada disciple, and that Prabhupada disciple told me that sometimes the devotee revealed that to me, and my wife asked me later, "तो क्या बताया उन्होंने बताओ मेरे को." Because she got the she sensed that something confidential will be revealed. He said, he said, I don't, if I have to maintain it, I don't even tell my wife also. Because as soon as I tell even my wife, you don't tell anyone because they both could be counselors and so on. They both could trying to help, but no. If that person has, taken that promise of confidentiality, I don't even reveal to my wife. I tell no, I can't reveal because that person has taken the promise of confidentiality. मैं उनको ये कर देता हूँ. Because sometimes the tendency is to reveal to someone by saying कि आप confidentiality maintain करो, हम breach कर रहे हैं, वो ऐसा नहीं हो पाएगा. So only between the 4 years the confidentiality can be maintained. So we can't reveal, and it requires lot of uh, I would say inner strength. Is not easy. So there are certain things they just come out at times. They just come out. We can't hold them. So it requires a lot of inner strength to be able to maintain confidentiality. But you have to help somebody. You have to restrain that urge to share it with. We can't share with anyone. No third person. Only between the two, basically. So yes. So but we need to practice that. We need to practice that, and in order to serve and help. And later maybe when after a long time and that has been that thing is over, etc., etc., then with the right permission and so on and so forth. And even if suppose we want to give that case study, use that as a case study, then absolutely you don't use any kind of name, any indication. You could make it very generic. Suppose if someone has this kind of problem, how do you deal with it? Make it like that, generic. If someone has, not don't indicate a very influential person, very rich person, etc., 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 congregation devotee. He is a vice president in a big company and he is having this problem. ऐसा बोल दिया तो पूरा वो एक तरीके से लोगों को मालूम चल ही जाता है. If you think in order to help other devotees, you want to use as a case study, it should be so generic that it should absolutely have no reference. It should make very generic about it. So like that. Which place are you talking of? You just speak that somewhere. In my travel, I met in some place, somewhere this person, that kind of person, and like that. You may say. Or if this is the problem, what do you suggest the solution? Then you're not referring to anyone. Made it so generic. Yes, but overall, if we breach confidentiality, the devotees will lose trust, and then it's a breach of trust basically. It's a very negative devotee care. So, confidentiality is to be maintained. It is important. The second important skill is making referrals. Making referrals. No, somehow, many times the counselor and the mentor feel if the person has come to me with a problem, I have to solve it. Otherwise, it is my loss or it is my failure. If I can't solve the problem, then it's my failure. No, if we are not equipped to solve the problem, we must make referral. We should not, if that requires some specific expertise. Again, there are several examples. Well, one lady, she was being abused in a marital relationship, and she revealed to her mentor that, actually I'm being, abused. So she was undergoing a lot of pain. But her mentor, they said, but Vedic life means there is no divorce. Absolutely, you can't go away. So they advise as per exactly how a Vedic woman should be and how she should tolerate and everything like that. So they just kept that stance, which could be scriptural stance. Right? I'm not saying that's again the scriptures. This, this is the Vedic way of doing things. And she tolerated for some time and then ended her life. This lady ended her life. And the family members of that lady, they got to know all the story that their mentor advised her, that she keep tolerating and so on and so forth. They made a police case. in order and the to against the mentor more than the family members who were abusing, because they gave the wrong advice, and because of that she has ended the life. And there was a big the police came to even arrest the mentors and police had to intervene. बहुत बड़ा एक जगह ये केस हुआ है ऐसा. So therefore we would, if we are not expert, there are marital counselors, there are expertise, they have certain expertise, they're marital counselors, and they should be referred to. You discuss that, or some devotees who have some expertise in this, who can resolve. Referral should be made. We can't uh, deal with situations just by giving some kind of uh, theoretical understanding. This is the Vedic way of doing, and we should do that. So therefore, one has to be careful that am I equipped to deal with this problem? Do I have the sufficient expertise? If there is some legal advice, we will not give, right? We will direct that person to a lawyer. Similarly, person undergoing some severe mental problem, we have to ask them to take a professional help, and we can't just deal with ourselves if we do not have the right expertise. So referrals are important. Okay. Yes, Narottam Prabhu. Huh.
And then clearly there is a need of a referral.
Yeah.
So then the confidentiality would be breached. How do
Um,
we deal with that?
no, basically what we are saying, so we suppose someone is undergoing emotional trauma and they reveal, okay, fine, I'll keep it confidential, but I can't actually help you. So I say that you have to take a professional help. And the professionals are also trained to keep the confidentiality. If you see any professional, psychiatrists and psychotherapists, they are trained to maintain confidentiality. They are paid for that. They maintain the confidentiality. Then they have to reveal to them in confidence.
And in the case where if we want to refer to them to some senior devotee,
Yeah.
then
So let them reveal.
to them.
You said you directly reveal how much you have the confidence, but I will not share with anyone. So let them, we can refer to some senior devotee, they can reveal, take help, we can express our limitation. So it is important to understand our own limitation and capacity and be able to make referral also. Yes, yes, Prabhu. Some good experience.
So sometimes what happens that the devotee may not be very comfortable revealing to senior, he may reveal to equal. So then in few cases which I have come across is that the person who heard him first asked him whether I can go to your senior, then you can go. The first instance going to him revealing, he may not be very uh, confident or out of respect, he may not do it. But if somebody he already knows, then he can start. With his permission, I think we can reveal to equal.
That I will first introduce you that this devotee is undergoing some struggle, but have faith that this devotee is very nice, he will be able to help you, and then you reveal. But I can just again connect you with, there could be some apprehension in the beginning, you may just introduce that this is the nature of the problem, but still the details leave that person to speak. That will be good for the person actually. Right? So this is referral, and especially also is mentioned in alternate medicine. Like sometime I try something in alternate medicine. I took gomutra and it worked for me. So therefore I prescribe you everyone take gomutra. Huh? is a out of concern, out of care that something work for me, or some Ayurvedic medicine, some gomutra, some certain thing, alternate medicine. Sometimes they work very nicely with some people. But be careful. Someone who's expert, directly advise the medicine, said this worked for me. In case you want to try, this is the person. Directly you may connect. But direct prescription, "Okay, take this medicine, this will work for you." That could also be sometimes counterproductive. It may actually aggravate the problem also. So one has to be careful to not directly prescribe any kind of. This is another example of referral. Right? Okay, so the another important. So these are four important skills to be able to make right referrals, to be able to maintain confidentiality. Build rapport. Build rapport. What does that means? There is a principle of connect before you correct. Connect before you correct. So make a rapport by uh, trying to understand a person, by empathic. When we hear out a person empathically, we actually build rapport with that person. And when we have a non-judgmental attitude towards somebody, we don't judge. We see what is non-judgmental. Non-judgmental. We see the fault, but still do not consider the person to be faulty. We see the fault, but still do not consider the person to be faulty because understanding all faults are superficial. Fault is the nature of this world, but the person is good. This kind of attitude is not easy because as soon as we see the fault, we look the person also as faulty. It's not easy to be non-judgmental. But yes, uh, when we have that non-judgmental attitude, not seeing the devotees as faulty, though they may have superficially so many faults, that also helps us to build a rapport with the devotees. Uh, there is a story in Chaitanya Charitamrita how the devotee called Shrikant Sen, who is the nephew of Shivanand Sen, he saw Nityanand Prabhu kicking Shivanand Sen, his mama. He became very disturbed. He came to lodge a complaint. And when he left the party and came ahead to Jagannath Puri, and when he was offering obeisances, he was wearing the outer jacket that he was supposed to remove, petangi. And Govinda said, well, he told Shrikant, have you forgotten the right etiquette to remove this? And Lord Chaitanya said, no, don't say anything to him. He is in a disturbed state of mind. Let him do whatever makes him happy. Let him do whatever makes him happy. So therefore, this statement of Lord, let him do whatever makes him happy, since a disturbed state of mind, he felt the Lord understands me. He has understood my heart. So therefore, again, we learn this principle: affection before instruction. First show affection. When a person is disturbed, that person first needs affection, which is like an empathic response. Affection before the instruction. Just hearing that empathic response that of Lord Chaitanya, actually he forgot all that. He didn't even say anything. He was relieved of all the agony of the heart. So in this way, by being affectionate to somebody, by being empathic, uh, by being non-judgmental toward a person, we develop a rapport with the person. And then even if we have to give a feedback, first we will develop connect before you correct, affection before instruction. All that is important for the caregivers. The fourth skill is considering ethics. Considering ethics. What does that means? Um, Again, there have been many case studies within ISKCON of financial scandals, sex scandals. These two, there have been several case studies. So, for a devotee on an ethical platform, there should be uh, spiritual integrity, and in order to, and even equally important is financial and sexual integrity. So, therefore, there are cases where the mentors, because they were in a position, senior devotees mentors, they would borrow money from other interest free for indefinite period of time and then not be able to return back. Several cases of such taking the money and not no interest, not returning back on time, asked for 6 months, 2 years have passed, 3 years have passed. Several cases and complaints have been lodged of such financial things. So therefore, again taking advantage of one's position to take the money from somebody. So financial integrity. So one has to deal with the finances appropriately and not take, do advantage of. Similarly, there have been cases where a person is mentoring somebody, uh, a a man, a Prabhuji is mentoring a Mataji, right, and so on, and they became attached to each other. And that broke two marriages, two families, several ke time, and then they become emotionally attached, and they get married to each other, and two families break down. So therefore, uh, it is very important for the caregivers and the mentors and the counselors to be aware of the spiritual integrity. That means we practice what we preach, to also maintain financial and sexual integrity. It is very important. So therefore, ethics are play an important role, and devotees need to be trained in that. There is a story that how there was one beggar, and he was wearing saffron clothes like a mendicant, and he was begging, and there was a merchant who was carrying wealth on a horse, and he stopped. Okay, let me give him something. And as soon as this merchant stopped the horse, this beggar who was in the saffron cloth, he pulled him down and rode on the horse and started riding the horse and running away on the horse. And this merchant, he started shouting. He said, wait, I have no problem for you to take my wealth. He said, you take my wealth, but remove your saffron first. Huh? You're destroying the faith of people. Again, that integrity. Again, that integrity. So therefore, ethics. So the ethics, considering ethics, the fourth point is all about maintaining the integrity of a devotee. So whatever role we may play of a counselor, mentor, but we have to maintain certain ethics, three of which we briefly touched upon. Hare Krishna. So any questions before we now before I introduce the fourth topic, for which we are going to spend the entire day tomorrow. And in tomorrow entire day, I'm not going to speak. The whole thing is you are going to make a plan, actual devotee care plan, and discuss among yourself, and then make present, take the feedback, refine that plan, and then you will be ready with a nice devotee care plan, which can be actually directly implemented. So that is for tomorrow, which I'll introduce, how to plan that, which will take around around half an hour for me to introduce. Yes, if you have any questions before we go ahead. Yes, Madhusudar. Hare Krishna.
Right. Guruji, this confidentiality in mentor and mentee, most of this case happens because of respect. Many things mentee could not able to reveal. So, how this can be break? Because let they have trust on each other, faith on each other.
Uh,
But mentee, because of respect, is not able to reveal certain thing, and then after the some incident happened, then he tells that because of respect I could not able to reveal for you.
Well, I not sure exactly if there is something, if I need help, then I have to reveal. Basically, as simple as that. I'm talking of if the mentee is having some kind of difficulty in one's spiritual life, whatever struggle, difficulty, if the patient says that, how will I reveal my problem to you, doctor, to the doctor? So therefore, then the doctor can't help. Even the professional, the psychology and psychiatry, they tell, look, whatever you reveal will be absolutely confidential. You can't hide if you want us to help you. You can't hide absolutely anything. तो वो उनको सिखाते हैं, आप ये समझो अपने भले के लिए आपको सब कुछ बताना पड़ेगा. तो जो भी whatever it may be, the answer will not judge you. वो उनका एश्योरेंस करते हैं. Everyone in this world has. So therefore, again, the non-judgmental. It's important to have that training to be non-judgmental and assure that everyone in this world have shortcomings, many kind of shortcomings, right? So we will not judge you. You reveal everything, whatever is going on. Sometimes we feel ये बात कैसे बताऊं, वो सोचेंगे इतना गिरा हुआ है. ऐसा हो जाता है कभी कभी. इस तरह से ऐसा ऐसा लगता है, पर नहीं, जो प्रोफेशनल्स को ना, उनको वो बोलते हैं कि आपको सब बताना है, तभी हम आपका हेल्प कर पाएंगे. यू कांट होल्ड ऑन एनीथिंग.
I'm asking the perspective that suppose trust, I have trust in my counselor or in my authorities,
Yeah.
but because I am respecting him, so I do not want to uh, means I could not able to frame it.
ठीक है, हम अलग से बात कर रहे हैं अलग से बात कर रहे हैं हम लोग, right? But एक मैंने we have to reveal everything in the case which are told. Maybe your case could be different. What you're referring, we'll discuss it separately. Okay, fine. So now we will come to the fourth part of our discussion, which is how do we practically and effectively implement devotee care, and that is described as strategic planning. So in your printout, just see which page talks about strategic planning. We have that. That page number 38, 39 also, 38 and 39, or 38 and 41. 38 and 41 talks of strategic planning. Strategic planning to implement devotee care. Yeah. Hmm. And, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Okay, so basically, as I said in the beginning, that since we are a growing organization, uh, we need a proper plan, we need system and structure in place. We need to have some kind of plan to implement devotee care to be effective. To be effective. As I said in the beginning, Prabhupada himself made the GBC. He kept the BBD trust separate. You see, and he had a Mayapur Vrindavan trust to take care of the service of the DDs in Mayapur and Vrindavan, and also Juhu. So like that. So Prabhupada planned the thing strategically. And there is a beautiful recollection by Giridhar Swami Maharaj, where he says that in the middle of the night, one devotee came and woke me up and said, Prabhupada wants to see you. This was 1997, Kartik. And yes, and he said, oh, Prabhupada must be some of his last final instructions. So when he went and asked Prabhupada just murmured in his, he was speaking very softly. And Prabhupada asked him, how will this movement go on? That means behind me, after me, how will this movement go on? So Giriraj Maharaj said, Prabhupada, if we follow your instructions of chanting 16 noun, following four regulated principles, and the servant of the servant, the initiation vow which we take, if we follow that, then the movement will go on. And Prabhupada, he paused for some time and he said, uh, yes, but organization. He added the word organization. And then he took a pause for some time and he said, intelligence and organization. That we have to, yes, we have to be sincere to our vows, no doubt, but we also need one most important thing, we also to be effective so that the movement goes on. We also have to have intelligence and organization to be effective. So therefore, making a plan to serve the Lord, to serve the devotees. So I will very quickly share with you strategic planning. We are going to make a strategic plan. We are using this word strategic plan. Lord Chaitanya makes a strategic plan. He's a lot of devotee care. So Lord Chaitanya, he's teaching everything by his own example. So one day before the Rath Yatra, actually 2 days before the Rath Yatra, Lord Chaitanya tells, he calls Kashishwar, Kashi Mishra, the head priest of the temple, Tulsi Padicha, who is the superintendent of Jagannath temple, and he says that there is going to be Rath Yatra. Lord Jagannath is going to go day after tomorrow. So like this is 2 days before the Rath Yatra. And I would like to beg you a service. I said, my lord, everything belongs to you. You tell what do you want us to do. I want to ask you or beg you the service to clean the Gundicha temple. And they say, my lord, you can just order us, we will do it. No, he said, no, I want to do it with all the devotees. So they said, yes, for sure. For good you told us today, right, one day before, so that now you will go with 100 devotees. We have to arrange the brooms and the buckets. Buckets means pots. So therefore, pre-planning, pre-information. So the pre-planning, the Lord Chaitanya informed them before, and they said, okay, we'll make all the arrangements. And then Lord Chaitanya asked all the devotees to come at a specific point of time. And he offered them everyone garlands. He garlanded everyone. Offered sandalwood. Then he handed a broom in every devotee's hand. Right? Anar pir charim chirat. No other avatar has given a broom in the hand of devotees. Have you heard? At least I haven't heard any avatar giving broom in the hand of devotees. So that is special. The speciality of Lord Chaitanya. And he has given us the best process for the cleansing of the heart. He personally handed the broom, but he also had a broom in his own hand. So he was leading from the front. He was leading from the front. And then when he went to Gundicha, the Lord realized that if I just start cleaning, what will happen? Everyone will be hovering around me. अब देखो कोई महाराज कहाँ जाएंगे सब उनके पीछे ही रहेंगे. So one area will be cleansed, all other will be left unclean. So he understood that I have to do the division of service. And then Lord said, okay, you 5 of you, 10 of you, you go to the kitchen. You do the outer courtyard. And you do all the inner courtyard. You do Jagmohan, you do Bhog Mandap, and some of you come with me to the altar. So the entire temple area was divided by Lord himself and service allocation, the division of service allocation. And then you all clean this part. And then he set up the evaluation criteria at the very beginning. Right? All of you make your own pile of dirt. कितना कितना क्लीन किया है प्रभु कहे के कथ करियाच समर्जन तृण धूलि देखी लई जानी बा परिश्रम आपका परिश्रम देखूंगा कितना आपने तृण धूलि इकट्ठा किया है अपना पाइल बनाओ सब लोग मेक योर ओन पाइल so everyone became cautious everyone became cautious that we have to actually we have to work hard for Lord Jagannath we have to do that seva and thus Lord himself started cleaning and all the devotees started cleaning. So while the cleaning is going on, Lord Satan is appreciating others. That you are doing very well, but now you teach this person. He is not doing properly. So appreciation, training on the field. On the field, training is going on. You are doing very well. Bhala karma dekhe tare kare prashamsan. When you see someone doing very nice cleaning, Lord appreciated. Mane na milile kare pavitra bhartsan. When he saw that someone is not doing properly, he gave him a very pure chastisement without any grudge. Pavitra bhartsan. Some feedback, some chastisement, but which will not be hurting. And thus, and then Lord told, okay, now you are doing very good, you teach this person. And so on and so forth. If you see the whole pastime, you can learn all the corporate planning and strategies from this one pastime. There is pre-planning, division of service, there is evaluation criteria, there is appreciation, there is training, and there is punishment also. Punishment also the Lord said. He said, okay, so now those who have not done that well, they will be punished, and those who have done very good service, they will be rewarded. What is the punishment? What is the reward? Yes, so Jagannath Mahaprasad will be the reward. And what is the punishment? They have to pay those who have not done the cleaning so well. उनको payment करना पड़ेगा. But everyone will honor Jagannath Mahaprasad. So very transcendental punishment, transcendental reward, a very sweet pastime, service of Jagannath. And where Lord Chaitanya also taught absorption, you know, or samadhi doesn't mean inactivity. So while Lord Chaitanya was absorbed, he said uh, uh, he was continuously absorbed in the chanting the name of Krishna. Right? While absorbed, he did the work of 100%. अकेले प्रेमावेशे करिन शत जनेरा काम प्रेमावेशे प्रभु कहे कृष्ण कृष्ण नाम अकेले प्रेमावेशे करे शत जनेरा काम. While he is absorbed, but his absorption is active service. He is absorbed in serving the Lord. So active samadhi. And Prabhupada actually has taught us active samadhi. He was totally absorbed in samadhi, chanting the name, but so actively serving. And how much active? अकेले Premavesh Karin Shatajanera Kam. 100 people could not match the intensity of service of Lord Chaitanya. So therefore, in one pastime, we learn complete dedication, and he used his own outer garment also for mopping. So in this way, whatever we have in the service of the Lord, dedication, absorption, training, education, planning, reward, punishment, so on and so forth. Right? Everything is demonstrated in one. So in this way, Lord Chaitanya demonstrated to be effective. Why is doing all that? So that service to Lord Jagannath should be top quality. Right? So it should be of the best quality. And therefore, we also want to serve the devotees, and we need to have some planning. How we want to effective in service of devotees. And therefore, that is called strategic plan. And as I said, so tomorrow we will be sitting in groups, but this time we will not form group by 1, 2, 3, 4 or ABCD. These groups will form as per your area of interest, in which area you want to make a strategic plan, for whom you want to make a strategic plan. So it will not be, we were randomly grouping you so that you can interact with each other. That is a different purpose. But now, as per your area of interest, we will divide into 4 groups. So now I will show you a strategic plan. So now tomorrow morning, we need at least 2 or 3 laptops in each group. We are going to form the groups in some time, in maybe after 15-20 minutes. I'll form 4 groups, and each group need to have 2 or 3 laptops. So please take a note that you have to bring. And today we are going to decide the topic and then break. And then tomorrow morning, you come, have your breakfast same time, sit in your group and start working on the strategic plan. But your presentation will have 4 parts. Strategic plan is one of the part, but which is most important part. The strategic plan for devotee care, but it will have 3 more parts, your presentation, which will be same as what we have been learning. What is devotee care? Why it is important? Who is responsible? And how to care for the devotees, which is strategic plan. So as of now, I am just showing a strategic plan, one sample strategic plan, how to make a strategic plan through a PPT. And tomorrow, I will share the template with you. The template with you that which will have the slides, which gives you the flow of strategic plan. But you will have to fill in the details over there. Okay. So now let me take you to through the strategic plan. First of all, keep referring to that on your page number 38 and 41. So the strategic plan has 6 steps, 6-step strategic plan on page 38. 6-step strategic plan. So let me quickly show you the strategic plan. Okay, so how to effectively serve the devotees, making a plan, strategic plan. Please have a look at it. Uh, though your student handbook puts the first as organizational inventory, but we over the period of time we realize that we can first write a vision statement, which is the second step, vision statement, because then everything else will help us to move in toward that vision. So remember, we have the vision statement for devotee care, but that is like the overall vision for devotee care. Devotees sometimes confuse the two vision statements. This is the vision statement for a specific devotee care project, suppose elderly care project. Right? So we are not talking of the the bigger vision, our immediate project vision which we want to realize in next 3 to 5 years. Right? So this is our project vision, our devotee care project vision, which is in line with the broader vision, but it is more specific now. Local. We are local implementation, so we write a vision statement. So you see, this is one of the communities, Radha Giridhari. Anyone knows these deities? Where are these deities? They are not in India. No. Anyway, Auckland, न्यूजीलैंड में न्यूजीलैंड का फाइनेंशियल कैपिटल ऑकलैंड. So they are Radha Giridhari deities, and so this strategic plan is made by one of the teams uh, at Radha Giridhari Temple, Auckland. So they said that Radha Giridhari Temple has happy, healthy, and hearty elderly devotees. So vision statement is one or two small sentences which shows what you want to achieve through your devotee care project. What do you want to achieve? Just like everyone, the Lord Jesus said, everyone will chant my name. Prabhupada also envisioned he want to make the whole world Krishna conscious, and he gave them 7 purposes like that. So vision statement is a very broad vision where you want to be. Then we do, after keeping the vision in mind, we do a SWOT analysis. So SWOT analysis is nothing but actually pros and cons. Strength and weakness are nothing but pros and cons, and they are further divided into 4. What are the strength means pros? What are the factors? The important thing for you to remember is what are the existing factors that are going to help me in this devotee care project? Existing factors. And what are the factors that are going to hinder me? Positive and negative. Anyone takes a stock of existing factor. You start any business. Is the raw material available readily? Oh no, it has to be transported. So it's not a supportive factor. Is the labor available readily? Oh yes, so it's a strong factor. It's my strength. So it's the pros and cons basically. Existing factors that are going to help me, or that is the left side. They are divided further into strength and opportunities, and here it's weakness and threats. But it's just nothing but left side is the pros, right side are cons, and there is a further division. That is SWOT analysis. The second step. So any intelligent person before any project has to take a stock of existing factors that will be helpful or harmful. Key result areas. And this is an important term, key result areas. It is, the meaning here is what areas I should focus upon. Now this is in terms of elderly. What areas I should focus upon which will give me the best result. That means I need to do 10 things for elderly. Prioritizing out of 10, like you have 12 areas in journal. So for a devotee care, which area I should prioritize? You all prioritize from an experience. We should prioritize this area. That will enhance the devotee care. Similarly, in every project, you list down what all we need to do for elderly, provide them this, suitable accommodation, health, transportation, etc., etc. Out of that, what are the few areas which are most important, which will give the best result? So the areas I want to focus upon, that is called as key result area. So 2 or 3 areas can be selected. Then under each area, we put something called SMART goals. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound. You will have this template with you. You have to have a specific goal under each area. Area is the broad area, but what do you want to exactly do? By when? Who is responsible? All that is specified in the goals. So they are called smart goals. So if you see the area is written on the top, KRA, you want to implement a professional counseling or mentorship system, and for what purpose, by when, and who, all that is mentioned below. So in this way, each area could have one or two goals. Each KRA, key result area, could have one or two goals that you have to specify. We want to enhance the spiritual nourishment. How? There are two goals put over here. We want to have a sadhu sangha for elders, we want a reward and recognition program. You see, the area is broad, but the goals are more specific. And who is responsible for that, and by when? What is this ECC, by the way? ECC, Elderly Care Committee. हम लोग यूथ के लिए करते हैं, बाद में ECC लिख देते हैं बहुत से लोग, इसी से कॉपी पेस्ट करके. So be aware of the copy paste error. I'm going to give you template, but many times without understanding, there are many copy paste errors that creeps in. So therefore try to understand. Okay, so there are goals for each KRA. Uh, Look at page number 38. Third step is KRA. Fourth are goals. Then we put some specific goals to each area. And then there are always going to be challenges to achieve goal, foreseeable challenges. Foresee the challenge. Foresee the challenge and try to overcome. This is, some people say corporate approach है, इतना जटिल approach है. अरे नहीं, ये भागवतम approach है. भागवतम में विष्णु कहते हैं देवताओं को, अच्छा अभी समुद्र मंथन करो, हम पूरा स्ट्रेटेजी बताते हैं कैसे करना है. फिर बोलते हैं जब भी दानव लोग हट करें ना, तो बोले कि नहीं 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 ये हमको चाहिए, हाँ, चुप करके मान जाना. हाँ, अपना गोल अमृत पे रखना. भगवान बताते हैं ये चैलेंज आएगा. He points out before they start. He helps them foresee the challenge and give them a caution. Don't create any fight. Demigod will object to many things and say, we want this, we want this. चुप करके मान जाना बात. Foreseeable challenge and contingency plan. Actually, all steps I can show you Bhagavatam and CC. तो ये corporate का लग रहा है, लेकिन सब शास्त्री का हमारा. तो ऐसा, what could be the challenges to achieve these goals and how do we going to overcome? That's the fifth step. And evaluation. How effective are we in achieving our annual goal? How effectively have achieved the goal? So there has to be some kind of evaluation criteria set, some feedback to be taken, and so on so forth. Okay, so this is a 6-step strategic plan. When you start working, start discussing, and refer to this template, it will become clear, and I'll also be here. So tomorrow, now we are going to divide you into teams. Tomorrow when you come, you will directly sit in your team and first make the strategic plan. So for strategic plan, each step we give you around 10 to 15 minutes. That means how much time you need? 1 hour to max 1.5 hours. Ideally 1 hour we should make the strategic plan. 6-step strategic plan. But your presentation is not the strategic plan. Your presentation has 4 parts. Now see the page number 41, which shows the 4 part of your presentation. What, why, who, and how. What, why, who, and how. In what? Basically, now let me show you the presentation on this also. ये देखिए, ये अभी मैं ये presentation शुरू से दिखा रहा हूँ आपको, from the very beginning. Okay, the presentation begins with Elderly Care Committee. This is the first slide. Opening impactful quote. Presentation is the rule. Start with a blast. Some impactful quote. So, okay, age is the issue of mind over matter. If you have a happy mind, age doesn't matter. तो बोले मन का खेल है. If we can make elderly also happy, then they will feel also young. So there's the opening quote. Then what is devotee care? Now, important thing is whom are you making the presentation to? Not to the class here. You are making presentation to the leadership. They may not have attended the course. You are making a proposal, devotee care proposal to the leadership, and thus you have to talk about what is devotee care. Because you have attended the course, they may not have attended. So you have to touch upon this for the sake of DC literacy. Literacy here would mean you would like to tell them that devotee care committee has defined this is the vision, this is the mission, these are the area, these are the recipient. So just in 2 minutes, touch upon these slides will be common for all presentation. Vision, mission, right? Important thing is you don't read out. Remember this point, paraphrase it in your own words. When I read, I am disconnected from you. So while looking at the audience, while keeping eye contact with you're making the presentation to leaders, while keeping the eye contact, you speak out. So this is the vision for devotee care. Right? In case you want to look, you can glance at your screen, laptop screen, but not at that because we can't face back toward the audience. You could just glance quickly and say, yes, so this devotee care committee has defined this vision. Each devotee is spiritually happy, materially well situated, identifying with his cause, the caring society. You could just paraphrase also. Paraphrase the vision. Then paraphrase the mission statement. How can we achieve this vision? By spreading the virtue of devotee care in every aspect of society. And then by providing or supporting actual caring services. There are 12 broad recipients of devotee care defined by GBC committee, and therefore we are focusing on elderly. With the elderly highlighted, Anna, I've seen many presentations they are doing on grastas, but elderly remains highlighted. So you have to change that. So be aware of copy paste error. So highlight which is your recipient in your project and which area are you focusing on. So in this presentation, the focus is emotional health care for elderly. Okay, so that is what is devotee care. So there are 4 slides. Just your recipient area will be different. Vision, mission, statement remain the same. So all the teams will begin with what is devotee care. Just 2 minutes. It was the first part of the presentation. Any questions till now? Yes. Which I didn't get. Which? Huh? No. कौन सा ये? हाँ तो कैसे तो कांग्रीगेशन के लिए ये एल्डरली केयर थोड़ी मंदिर में थोड़ी रहते हैं लोग जिन्होंने बनाया है कांग्रीगेशन के लिए आप अपना प्लान बनाएंगे ना स्ट्रेटेजिक प्लान कांग्रीगेशन के लिए क्या आपका ये विजन है उनके लिए क्या स्ट्रेंथ फैक्टर सपोर्टिंग है स्वॉट एनालिसिस उनका अलग होगा सो उसमें आप कांग्रीगेशन किसी के लिए बनाइए कम्युनिटी के लिए टूल इट्स नॉट जस्ट फॉर द टेम्पल डिवोटीज द सेम थिंग इज यूज फॉर द कांग्रीगेशन तो ये भी तो पूरा कांग्रीगेशन है एल्डरली कांग्रीगेशन है ये मंदिर में थोड़ी रहते हैं सब लोग तो मैं आपको दिखा रहा हूँ ओके द सेकेंड पार्ट ऑफ द प्रेजेंटेशन इज वाई so first, what gives us clarity? Why gives us conviction? Now, why also has 4 parts. If you see, why has 4 parts? Refer to the principal values and 21 reason. First part. Second is Shastra, Shastri code. Third is professional theory. Fourth is some case study. Some case study that if we take care of elderly, like I gave you case study of providing housing near the temple and a success case study. So there are case studies, positive, negative of each. In your in your student handbook soft copy, there is appendix. Appendix has lot of quotes Shastri quotes on each area, recipient, and so on and so forth, quotes by the leaders. You could refer your appendix for Shastra. Why is caring for women or caring for children, caring for youth important? So on. You will get certain quotes. So why also has four parts, which are there on page 41 and which are also there in the in this presentation. So out of the six principles for elderly, we are emphasizing Vaishnav Seva, right? In the elderly Vaishnavas, loving relationships and attentive listening. There's a need. Many elderly people they feel lonely. There's a need that someone listens out to them. So like that. So you just very briefly explain, and then this is taken from 21 reasons. What are the reasons that elderly care has been lacking? Out of 21 reasons, they have identified three reasons. Then Shastra, Lord Krishna cared when Sanatana Goswami became old. Is it not? Elderly care. He said, "Abhi ye," he gave his own Govardhan Shila with his footmark. इसको चार बार circumambulate करो, and that will be Govardhan Parikrama. And similarly, Vidura came to help Dhritarashtra and so on and so forth. Younger Brahmana served elder Brahmana. Chapter 5, Sakshi Gopal story. See, the Shastra has case studies of all kind of care. We need to see that. Lord Krishna caring for elderly Sanatan. We are looking from that perspective now, but it's there. Prabhupada quotes, and so on and so forth. Professional theory. Even in the professional world, they care for elders. There are many elderly care schemes. There are many elderly care schemes. Me and Radha Gopinath Prabhu went to one place and we wanted to, and there was entry ticket. So we gave some Lakshmi and then we gave our passport. And they saw and they told Radha Gopinath Prabhu, no entry fee for you. You are elderly. He was above 60. And they charge, they charge fee for me. As in another country, but even the visitors, if they're above 60, they would not charge fee from them. हमने बोले अच्छा elderly care है यहाँ पे. We got some example of elderly care. So yeah, there are many government also, does like government would give some concession on the ticket and so on and so forth, right? Huh? Free bus, yeah. So many elderly care all across the different countries have different elderly care plans and so on and so forth. So in the professional world also they emphasize take care of elders. So you will find some professional theory and then some experience of taking care, some positive, negative, at least one case study. Preferably you could have a positive case study of how when we take care of elderly, what is the impact of it. So case study also gives conviction. So basically you are presenting to the leaders and if you give them a case study that if we do this, and this is the result, it strengthens the conviction. Okay, so the why has uh, four parts which are also given on page 41 and which are there in this template which I'm going to share with you. And finally, who here is refers to leadership. What kind of obligations? How should leadership support? What kind of leadership support we want? Just like we were discussing under that the leadership need to demonstrate certain important skills, values, understanding to support devotee care. So therefore, what support we want from the leaders? That is who over here. So we want the leaders to allocate some resources to prioritize devotee care, provide some training, education, support it, etc. So these are empower certain individuals into decision making and promote some kind of professionalism. So don't copy paste. This is all taken from in your student handbook where there are 21 reasons on page. Just 2 pages after that, there are 21 attributes of caring leaders. Is that there? On page 24, there are just like there are 21 reasons for inadequate devotee care. There are 21 positive counterparts of that as 21 attributes of caring leader. So you refer to that, and uh, select which are the ones you would like the leaders to demonstrate to support the devotee care project. So that is who. And the fourth is 6-step strategic plan, which I have shown you first. Though that is the fourth part of the presentation, but you are going to make that first. Remember that. Please hear attentively. That is the fourth part, but that will be done first because that takes time. As I say, first thing first. So we will give the priority to the strategic plan. First, we'll make the strategic plan. After that, you start working with the other three parts. You could also, after that, divide. Okay, you work with what and partly why, and then we do the who part and remaining why part, etc. So the team could, after making a strategic plan, they could divide among themselves and complete it. Okay, so now we come to the point of dividing into 4 teams. And then as I will just request you to sit in the team, finalize your topic. How do you select the topic? Look over there. You have prioritized certain things. You could, that the topic will be take one area and one recipient. Take one area and one recipient, and that is your presentation. That is your devotee care plan. Okay, so now let me help you out. So I will divide 4 teams based upon the recipients, and then you choose the area in your team. So depending upon for whom you want to do, I will divide you into 4 groups. Then you quickly sit in the group and you select. Suppose you want to do for youth. Now children and youth, they has to be done separately. They actually have separate needs. They are clubbed together, but they have to be done separate. And then I say, okay, so the youth team is team 1, suppose. For youth, which area you want to focus on, the team will decide mutually after sitting in the team. Then you write and then have your today evening nice snack has been arranged for you to just motivate you, bring some energy. Since we have started in the morning, I see you're losing energy. So yeah, we just need to sit in the teams, finalize the topic, and then break for the evening snack. And tomorrow morning we'll be here at 8:30 for the breakfast. Okay, so now be attentive and s- and raise hand. I will ask you, huh? Govinda's khichdi. No, there is some other snack also, not just khichdi. Khichdi is for those who prefer very simple. So say, "Arey, yeah, but we have some fancy snack also. Okay, so now I will ask you to raise hands, and you can raise hand for one of the recipient, So there can be a separate plan for children, separate for youth, one for brahmachari community and other for grahastha community, as we see. Or we could combine senior devotees and leaders also. So let's see how many of you want to do for whom. Raise your hand. So I'll ask your voting for these 5 recipients. You have to make up your mind whom you want to do for. Option 1, children. Option 2, youth. Wait a minute. 3, brahmachari community. 4, grahastha communities. And 5th we will take is uh, leaders of senior devotees clubbed together, kind of the similar category. Leaders, senior devotees, that will be the together. They are at 4, number 4 together. Fine. चलो देखते हैं अभी. कोई अब मैं तो वोट मांगूंगा, नहीं रहेगा तो नहीं रहेगा. Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, so let's begin with the youth first. How many of you would like to do a devotee care plan for youth? Raise your hand. अरे नहीं, आपको करना है तो हाथ खड़ा कीजिए, दूसरों को मत बोलिए। जिसको इंटरेस्ट है, आपका इंटरेस्ट बोलिए, दूसरों को मत बोलिए कि अरे आप करो ऐसा, आप करो। ठीक है। अभी प्लीज रेज योर हैंड इफ यू वांट टू डू फॉर यूथ। यूथ के लिए कौन कौन करना चाहता है? हाउ मेनी? 1 2 3 4 5 6। ओके, वी हैव 6 और 7। अरे बाबा, हाथ नहीं रोकते। वो उसको अपनी टीम में लेना चाहते हो पीछे। तो वी हैव 7 फॉर यूथ, दैट्स गुड, दैट्स गुड। So please remember you have raised for youth and one team is ready for youth. How many of you want to do for children? Okay, mothers want to do for children. 1 2 3. Prabhu, none of them. मेरे बच्चे की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी माताओं को दे दो। हम्म? पर 3 ही है ना, प्रभु को सपोर्ट करना पड़ेगा थोड़ा। ओके, ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं। हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू वांट टू डू फॉर ब्रह्मचारी कम्युनिटी? फॉर ब्रह्मचारी रेज योर हैंड। जिन्होंने यूथ के लिए खड़ा किया है वो दोबारा मत खड़ा कीजिएगा हाथ। 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8। ओके, 8 वी हैव, yours also 9. Okay, so for brahmacharis, so nine of you have raised hand. That's good. We have another team for brahmachari. So youth and brahmacharis is final now. So team 1 is for youth, team 2 is for brahmachari. Remember. Okay, how many of you want to do for grasta community? कीजिए, हाथ खड़ा कीजिए। 1 2 3 4 5। आप कोर्स में हैं? मैंने देखे नहीं पूरे कोर्स में। अब ऐसा पीछे बैठे थे कभी। मैंने को नोट ही नहीं है अभी। अभी अभी नोट कर रहा हूँ मैं। हाँ? Okay, if we'll have to have 2 good for Grasta community. Once again, raise your hand. Once again, raise your hand. Wait a minute. Wait, let me count. First do the count. 3 4 5 6 3 9 10 11 12 13 14 15। आप भी ग्रस्त कम्युनिटी के लिए हाथ खड़ा कर रहे हैं? So 16 we have 16. Wait. See, we can have 2 for Grasta community. The area could be different. As simple as that. So choose a separate area. That will be good. Yes. What is your advice? Okay. Bhakti Pravesh group. Okay, but what's the see? This is the educational project. आपको आपके ग्रुप से बाहर से भी कुछ अच्छे आइडिया मिल सकते हैं, right? So this is learning project. This is the learning project. So therefore, therefore we should randomly divide because we always tend to sit near our friends, our group. So therefore we try to scatter you so that we can share our thought with many devotees and learn from them, get some idea out of the group. Out of the box बोलते हैं ना, the out of the group. Okay, so yes, we have for Grastas. Okay, so we got 16 almost hand raised and 9 for that. Those who have not raised hand, please raise your hand. जिन्होंने अभी तक कुछ सिलेक्ट नहीं किया है, या रेज योर हैंड। 1 2 3 4 5। तो अभी आपको किसी एक इंच या तो ये चिल्ड्रन चिल्ड्रन में 3 माता जी से। ओके, so let's see if we can have, because Grasta community is 16, so that we make 2 groups and we can have only 4 groups basically. We can only 4 groups for the, because we will not get more time than that. We will not get time more than that. So okay, even if we have 5 groups, we can still manage. We can manage with 5 groups also. Okay, let's take leaders and senior devotees combined together. How many of you want to do for that? 1 2 3। 1 2 3। हाँ, इनको देख लिया, 2 उधर एक हाथ खड़ा, 3 ही हाथ खड़े के ही हैं। तो चिल्ड्रन के लिए भी 3 हैं और लीडर एंड सीनियर डिवोटीज के लिए भी 3 हैं। तो 3, our team at least has to have 7 8 members. 7 8 members. So we have got 1 for youth, 1 for brahmachari community, 2 for grastas. 4 teams are ready. Either we choose one of the team or if there is another recipient where we can have seven, at least minimum 6, 7 devotees of similar interest, then we can have the fifth theme. You can go to the youth theme. Okay, fine. So the Mataji's, three Mataji want to do for children. दोबारा कोई चिल्ड्रन के लिए कुछ करना चाहता है? एक बार throughout. Yeah, that will be good, because otherwise, yeah, teen se group will be very small, and separate presentation time also will be slightly tight for us basically. No, caring for devotee children. It's a devotee care project. So those children who are born in devotee families, or already devotees children, it's mainly children of devotees. How do we enhance their devotion? And then we define the age also, children. Which group are we caring for? They have their own specific needs. So each the needs are very diverse. So therefore it will differ. It can't be. Grasa community are caring for the grastas. How do we? Of course, in that grasa community, uh, it's a the children will be included in one sense, but it's mainly for the parents, because if their Krishna consciousness is supported, they will also nourish the children. Children will be indirect over there, but it will directly for husband and wife together. And if you see the recipient in the areas, it is defined that what that particular area means, who are the recipients. There is a detail in your student handbook. Fine. So I think we will have these four groups. We'll have this four groups. Fifth group we are not getting over here. Any bigger group. So please divide yourself in four groups. Group one is for youth here. Group two, brahmacharis community or brahmacharis. Now we count me now you come to the group directly. You have to go to one of the four corners. So make a choice now, and then we'll get the count. So those who have opted for youth, please come over here. Those who have opted for brahmachari, they go over there, that corner. And those who have want to do for Grasta community, they all assemble over here, and I'm going to divide all of them into two groups, right? Randomly. Two groups for Grastas. Area will be different. Area will be different. Okay. Those who want to do for Grastas, please come here. Other two groups, please decide the area. Please decide the area and write it over here. Group one, write which area. Which area for youth, which area for brahmachari. So write team 1, 2, 3, 4 and write the Hare Krishna. Okay, the Grasta, those who want to do for Grastas, please be here. वेट जो ग्रस्तद है उनको हम फर्दर दो ग्रुप में डिवाइड करेंगे बेस्ड अपॉन द एरिया. So we could have a spiritual care for grastas. Okay, emotional care for grastas. Okay, let's see. How many of you want to do? We have to select two areas, and that's how will be two teams. We will divide for grastas. Fine. One thing is coming in spiritual care for grastas. Other thing could be education, or finance, or emotional health care. From here. Okay, so okay. Before I take for spiritual, uh, I will ask for others. How many of you would like to do emotional health care for Grastas? 1, 2, 3, 4. You're influencer, right? Influencer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, ठीक है. And how many of you want to do spiritual care for Grastas? हाथ खड़ा कीजिए. अभी दो ही ऑप्शन है आपके पास. Either emotional health care or spiritual. Divide yourself. So therefore, yeah. So those who want to do spiritual health care for Grastas, be here. Emotional वाले पीछे चले जाइए. Emotional health care. spiritual care. Team 3 spiritual health care for grastas. Team 4 emotional health care for grastas. Behind. हाँ? अभी आपको बच्चों के वाले जो है उनको वन ऑफ द फोर ग्रुप ज्वाइन करना पड़ेगा फॉर द सेक ऑफ लर्निंग. लेटर वी कैन डू फॉर चिल्ड्रन. फॉर द सेक ऑफ लर्निंग इधर यूथ, ब्रह्मचारी, गृहस्थ कम्युनिटी स्पिरिचुअल हेल्थ केयर, गृहस्थ कम्युनिटी इमोशनल हेल्थ केयर. आप यस उनको गृहस्थ कम्युनिटी. अच्छा आप इधर आ जाइए. कुछ लोग हमको इमोशनल हेल्थ केयर में चाहिए. वी नीड some devotees here to balance the two teams. Prabhu yourself also, how many? We have 8 now. आप भी इनके साथ में हैं. आप but you were there in our course from yesterday, today morning, no? Yeah, so then yeah, they will not include you as a participant over here, though you can hear the discussion and all that. Who? Yourself? Yeah, please. Emotional health care for Rastas. And अभी यहाँ पे कितने हैं? प्रभु भी आ गए अभी. माता जी आप भी इनके साथ में ही हैं? Yourself also. तो how many अभी दोबारा गिनिए कितने? 14, 13, 14 लोग हो रहे हैं. ओके स्पिरिचुअल हेल्थ केयर फॉर ग्रस्तास है. 11 ही है ना. हाँ वही बोल रहा हूँ. इट्स अ बिगर मच बिगर टीम, मच बिगर टीम. हाँ या तो आई थिंक दैट द टीम. नहीं मैं encourage करूंगा कि फॉर द सेक ऑफ लर्निंग दैट वी कैन हैव अ डिस्कशन. एक आपस में बैठ के बात करें. 15 लोग में आपस में डिस्कशन भी नहीं हो पाएगा है. सो है. हाँ देखिए वहाँ पे जो वहाँ पे ब्रह्मचारी का उधर भी टीम बहुत बड़ा नहीं है. सम ऑफ यू एटलीस्ट है. और यूथ में जाएंगे. ठीक है चले जाइए कोई बात नहीं. ओके गो फॉर द यूथ. हरी बोल. प्रभु इज कमिंग फॉर द यूथ. ओके क्यों क्या है जो गृहस्थ के लिए करना चाहते हैं यहाँ से यहाँ भेजना आसान है थोड़ा सा, इसलिए उनको उधर भेज दिया. ओके तो कुछ लोग नहीं डिजोल्व क्यों कर रहे हैं. रुकिए. डिजोल्व नहीं करेंगे. 7-8 लोग हैं. आप में से कुछ लोग इमोशन में आ जाइए. इमोशनल हेल्थ केयर फॉर गृहस्थ. कुछ लोग यहाँ पे आ जाइए तो टीम बैलेंस हो जाएगा. 1-2 लोग ब्रह्मचारी में जाइए, चले जाइए. 1-2 लोग यहाँ आ जाइए. ठीक है. सो इच्छा से सो है. अरे बोल वेट सो इच्छा से है. नो नो फोर्स, नो इन्फ्लुएंस. डोंट पुट डोंट पुट इमोशनल प्रेशर. यस हमें ब्रह्मचारी भी. ओके गुड. प्रभु इज गोइंग फॉर ब्रह्मचारी है. 10 हो गए. यहाँ पे 14 है. थोड़ा बैलेंस करना पड़ेगा. यस. हेयर हेयर एक 2 लोग यहाँ आ जाएंगे तो बैलेंस हो जाएगा टोटल. इमोशनल हेल्थ केयर नहीं कोई भी यहाँ पे फॉर गृहस्थस. हाँ इट्स रिलेटेड. या मेंटल एंड इमोशनल बोथ आर कोरिलेटेड बेसिकली. ओके हरे कृष्णा. ठीक है. आप लोग अभी स्पिरिचुअल केयर वाले यहाँ पे थोड़ा बड़ा ग्रुप बना लीजिए. आप लोग इमोशनल का शुरू कीजिए. आपका टॉपिक तो हो गया डिसाइड. यू जस्ट राइट इट डाउन एंड यू कैन. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू नाउ? फाइनली 8 ऑफ यू ना. 8 लोग हैं ना. आप भी इनके साथ हैं. आप किनके साथ हैं? यू आर डिसाइडिंग. ओके टेक योर टाइम नो प्रॉब्लम. अभी 7 लोग कंफर्म्ड है. ओ अच्छा. नो वट एवर. तो आप 7 लोग हैं अभी. ठीक है. तो 7 of you just have a just know your team and tomorrow morning we'll meet now. तो जो भी ज्वाइन करना चाहे टीम से कल भी ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. कल आप यहाँ पे आके अपना टीम बनाइए और स्पिरिचुअल हेल्थ केयर फॉर गर्ल्स स्टार्ट कीजिए. फाइन. ओके हरे कृष्ण. हरे कृष्ण. ओके, टीम 3 यहाँ पे स्पिरिचुअल है, यहाँ पे इमोशनल है। जरा कोई लिखेंगे? राइट हेयर द ब्रैकेट, ऊपर स्पिरिचुअल केयर ऊपर लिख दीजिए, फॉर ब्लैक से लिख दीजिए स्पिरिचुअल केयर फॉर घर। और गृहस्था स्पिरिचुअल केयर लिख दीजिए आगे, स्पिरिचुअल केयर, यहाँ पे इमोशनल केयर, स्पिरिचुअल केयर इमोशनल केयर। और यूथ और ब्रह्मचारी का भी एरिया लिख दीजिए। हरे कृष्णा। सुन रहे प्रभु जी? हरे कृष्णा, दंडवत ब्रजरी प्रभु। तो ओके, कहाँ पे है? अच्छा वो है। हरे कृष्णा ब्रजरी प्रभु, दंडवत। एंड so we have actually today concluded the facilitation from my part, and now we are starting the practical implementation. We have divided the devotees into 4 teams to make an actual devotee care plan, which they will be doing it together based upon their understanding and the need of the community. And then they will be making presentation of each. So the presentation will start tomorrow immediately after lunch. We'll have lunch around 1 o'clock, and 2 o'clock we'll start the presentation. Okay. So I request if you can come for the presentation, it will be very nice. And we can also invite Mukund Madha Prabhu and some other leaders to be present here for the presentations. So the 4 presentations, yeah. So it will take, each presentation will be around 20 to 30 minutes. So if you are able to come, we'll be very grateful to you. Hare Krishna. Thank you once again for supporting this course and encouraging devotees to attend. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.